In this review, we're looking at a model that's sold by IMC Models, but it's not actually made by them. It is the Develon DX380 LC Crawler Excavator. Apparently, it is powered by innovation, and the Develon parts label on the top suggests it's been directly procured by them from a Chinese factory. There's a picture of the real machine on the back of the box. And if we successfully get to the underside, there's some technical information. And part of that tells us this is a machine in the 40-ton class.
Let's weigh it up.
As always, we start with a trip to the weighbridge. And it's just under 1 pound 8 ounces, or 670 grams. Let's open the box and see what's inside. And what we can pull out is a pair of plastic formers. And these are clipped together, so there's no tapes to cut. But what you do have to do is to separate the formers, and that does give some mild satisfaction as you separate the clipping points. But on the other hand, maybe it's a little bit annoying. With that done, we can take out the model, and as always, it's best to be gentle rather than roughshod. There is some additional packaging to remove, and that includes some protection on the crawler tracks. And there's also a bag containing a pointer tool. But wait, there's more packaging to remove because there's a little bit of tape which keeps the cab door securely shut during shipping. Just in case you need them, there are instructions for operating the pointer tool.
Let's weigh it up again.
We return to the weighbridge with the model, on it goes, and it weighs just over 1 pound 1 ounce, or just under half a kilogram. Just a reminder that you can see a lot more about models on the Cranes Etc. website, and the link to it is in the video description below. Also, if you want to know where you can buy scale models, then you can click on links on the website, including those in the shopping mall. And listed here are dealers that sell models in countries across the world. Starting underneath, and the metal tracks are pretty good with some detailing, but there's a very simple plastic base on the undercarriage. Looking underneath the body, it is good to see that there is some detailing. Moving on to the track frames, then there is some good detailing, but the rollers are non-functioning. There are step irons, and the small graphics give it a realistic look. The cab has got a light bar on the roof, there's a thick windscreen wiper, and there's a plastic mirror and grab rail on the leading edge. Looking side on, and the black window sills do seem very thick, and there's a small cast-in grille. Up on top there's a roof light cover and another light bar at the back. There are more slightly indented grilles with black highlighting, and the applied graphics are all sharp enough. The counterweight also has nice warning graphics. Moving around to the other side of the machine, and it's all of a similar standard. And there's also a mirror and handrails which are made of soft plastic. There's some very good hydraulics detailing, which is a mixture of hoses and metal pipes. The detailing of the roof all looks suitably busy with various different textures, and the small graphics and handles add to the look. Moving to look down inside the well, and there's more very nice hydraulics detailing. There are also soft hoses provided across the boom and stick, and other plus points include discrete connection rivets and more small graphics. The Develon name is sharply rendered. The bucket is a nicely formed metal part. Starting underneath again, and the metal tracks can be freely rolled by hand, and there's very little friction. Moving the model out onto the cranes etc. test track, and they roll very nicely because they can bite on the rough surface. Let's now give the rotation a spin, and the movement is precise and it's accompanied by a slight clicking noise. Next we come to what this machine is all about, and that's excavating. Firstly, you can fold the boom and stick up nice and small as if in a transport mode. And as we move on, you can see there's good movement of the boom, the stick and the bucket. But one thing to say is that these movements are very stiff, which at least has the benefit that the model will hold any pose that you set. Sometimes though you do need to dig deep, so let's check that out using the cranes etc. patented test method. And here you can see that mounted on the special support platform, the digging depth is very good. Another nice feature is the ability to open the cab door, and that's assuming you are competent to operate the pointer tool. And it lets you look inside and see the Develon name on the seat back. Another plus point of a model like this is that you can pose it with others, and this one is suitable for loading a high-sided tipper truck. And let's be honest, it's only on cranes etc. that you can see expert operating like this. Another posing possibility for the model is as a transport load. And for this display, it's good that the boom and stick can fold up tightly enough. This is a decent model of the Develon DX380 excavator. Most aspects of the detailing are very nice, and in most places the plastic is used appropriately. All of the features of the model work well enough, and it looks very good posed in a mini diorama with other models. Overall, there's enough to rate it as very good.